I have a whole new video for you guys today. We are at the Goodwill Bins outlet. I've never been here before. I've heard you can find really good things, but I don't know. We could go in and find a lot or find nothing. So let's go in and check it out. Okay, so I have something like this that I love to keep out in my living room for like remotes and stuff. I feel like we could definitely update this. All right, we're gonna grab this. It's a trophy. No, we're not getting that. We're gonna leave that here. Okay, so this is definitely just a wood piece. I don't even know how much stuff is here, you guys. We're gonna have to figure that out. But we could do something with this, and it's already ready to go to make a cool wall hanging.
All right.
This is the one.
I love that. Oh my god.
The world's largest apple core. What do you do with this?
So for a watermelon?
I don't know. Anybody know? What do we do with this? Watermelon? I don't know. All right, you guys, we found this. Kind of wild. I feel like we need to remove the top and maybe this piece. And then if we could do something to update these colors, like the rest of the basket's in pretty good shape. We're gonna have to think about that one. Whoa, you guys, that was intense. They didn't let us film that much in the Goodwill outlet. They actually even told us to put our cameras away. So good thing we didn't come in with the gimbal, because I think that would have been a little too much. We basically were filming on our phones. But I wanted to show you guys what we got. We got some great deals. We spent, was it $18.80, Delaney?
Yes,
I think it was
yes, it was.
$18.80. We got furniture, a bunch of really cool things, and honestly, we were in there like 20 minutes. Like, we were just like grabbing, and we're like, okay, we're good with this, and we're gonna go. So I'm gonna show you guys the things we picked up. I do have some footage of us in there. So when everybody was like rushing at 10 o'clock to go get the items, we went straight to where the furniture was at because, you know, we wanted to find furniture we could DIY. So we were looking for wood and furniture. So we grabbed this table. Guys, this cost me $5. It's metal at the bottom, and then it has a wood top. Now, I've seen similar tables like this sell for ridiculous amounts. To DIY it, I think I'm going to spray the bottom, and then I think I'm going to try to sand down this top and see if maybe I can put a new stain on it. It's got a bunch of different stains on it. We'll see if we can bring it back to life. If not, I may have to paint it. So let's DIY this table. So I started by disassembling this $5 table. I just took out 3 of the screws. It was missing the 4th screw. I started by working on the base, and for the base, I just spray painted it with 2 coats of a flat black spray paint. I did one direction with 2 coats, then I flipped it over and did 2 more coats. For the top, I sanded it really well with my orbital sander. I used an 80 grit sandpaper so it would take off the finish really quickly. I sanded the top as well as the sides. I thought maybe I could get away with just doing natural finish, but it definitely needed a stain. I have this Barrel Brown wood stain by Rust-Oleum that I'm going to use. I do recommend wearing gloves anytime you stain, just because it can stay on your hands for several days. I wipe my stain on with a foam brush, and then I immediately take it off with a paper towel. I like to do the edges first, and then I'll come back in and do the top. When I'm doing this top, I like to work in sections, so I'll put a little bit of stain on and then come in and wipe it off, because I don't like the stain to sit on there too long. The longer it sits, the less you're going to see of the wood grain underneath. Next, I'll just let that dry, and then I'm going to attach the base back onto the table. Now, if you guys come into my living room, you would never guess that this table only cost me $5. So one of the things you guys did see was we got this big, I don't even know what you call these things. They're like a fake book that you can use. I love having these out on my coffee table because I can, put remotes in there, anything that I want to hide. This would also be great in this larger size for an office. You can find these anywhere. So let's DIY this.
I started by painting the interior with the color Blue Moon. It's a milk paint color that I get off of Amazon. I ended up only needing one coat for this. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. How it's gonna stay in the fight. I wanted to cover the outside with a thicker paper, so I decided that wallpaper would probably be my best option. I had this wallpaper that you guys may remember. I used it in my RV renovation, and it's thicker, and I thought it would work great because it's a peel and stick wallpaper. So I cut it down to size, and I'm just going to start by putting it on one side of my book. I wrapped the edges around, and the stickiness of the wallpaper wasn't enough to stick down, so I added in some additional hot glue. I cut off another sheet of wallpaper, lined it up, and put it onto the back of the book. Before wrapping it, I cut off any excess. Then I came in with some touch-up paint to put around the edges.
So when Delaney and I both saw this basket, we were like, ooh, that basket. Love the shape of it. It's a really fun, long basket. So I think this would look great styled on my dining room table.
For the basket, I just laid in some stems that I had from Target.
If you guys like seeing my DIY videos, I actually have a second channel called Liz Fenwick Daily. On that channel, I post short and sweet DIY videos daily. I'll put a link to my new channel down in the description box, or you can just type into the search box Liz Fenwick Daily to find it. Make sure you subscribe over there so you can get daily DIYs. So I grabbed this wood hanger. I know what you're thinking. It's missing the little hanging pieces on it, which is okay for me because it's already ready to go. It's got the hangers on the back. I can add the hooks that I want. So let's DIY this. So I wanted to create a coat hanger. This piece I actually got from the Goodwill bins, and the dowel rods are from Walmart. I'm going to start by painting the piece that I got. I'm using milk paint in the color Blue Moon by General Finishes. I really love this paint. It's available on Amazon. I'll link it for you guys down in the description box. But I'm just going to do one good coat on the entire piece, top and bottom. I will look at you and tell you that I'm all right, like a ricochet. It will come back to you. Let me tell you, not because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I love that Walmart carries these large dowel rods, so I figured out how far I wanted them to be, and I just measured them to 4 inches. Next, I'm going to cut my dowel rods down to size. And then I wanted some leather pieces to be hanging down, so I measured how long I needed the pieces to be, and I cut 4 strips. This little silver tool I'm using is actually from Dollar Tree, and it's great for measuring items.
So next I'm going to be using this rotary cutter that's from Dollar Tree too. That, guys, it's great. Like if you haven't tried it, give it a try. This is cutting leather here. And the leather pieces I got off of Amazon, those will be linked below as well. So I cut the pieces down a little bit so they fit better on my coat hanger. Then I came in with my drill and I just drilled holes to the bottom. Next, I'm going to be using some drywall screws that I had on hand, and I'm going to put the drywall screws in till they get to the front side. So with the leather piece, I cut the corners of it and then I hot glued it right underneath where I was going to be screwing in the dowel rod. I added a little hole to the bottom side of my dowel rod. I'm going to hold the dowel rod in place and add in the screw. And I'll repeat this step with the other 3 hangers. And here's a look at how it turned out on my wall.
If you guys like seeing these crazy thrifting videos, make sure to give me a thumbs up. I'll know to do more like it in the future. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I post new DIY videos on Mondays and Thursdays, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. There was also a bin that had a bunch of books in it, so I found these books. Mainly, I loved the color of them. I loved how they were kind of worn around the edges. You can use books to really elevate any decor or style decor in your home. So I grabbed 5 of these. I think they charged me $1 for all 5 books because she said they were a set, which is wild. So let me show you how I style these. Yeah, I just found this basket. You guys know this is one of those baskets you would buy at Target for about $20, $25. And again, I spent $18.80 for everything that I'm showing you. This basket is gonna be great for organization at my house. So if you've never been to the Goodwill bin outlet before and you want to go, here are a few of my tips to make your trip as successful as possible. 1, bring your own bags. When we walked in, there was no carts in sight, so bring your own bags to make sure you have something to put like your stuff in. We had one of those big IKEA bags and that was really nice. Tip 2, you want to bring gloves. You're going to be kind of fishing through different bins and you don't know what you're going to find, so wear some gloves in the store and then make sure you are wearing comfortable clothes because you're going to be moving around a lot and you don't want to wear anything fancy. So tip number 3, the bins actually change at the top of the hour. So you want to get there about 15 minutes before they change out the bins because when they change them out, that's when they put out all the new stuff. So if you want to be there for the 10 o'clock bins going out, get there about 9:45. You can walk around a little bit and then you're there whenever they have the new stuff out. So tip number 4 is about pricing. Most of the items that you'll be purchasing are priced by weight, but some of them, they're priced just by a select item. Like the furniture was $5 at my store. The books had a set price as well. So just know that whenever you go in. So tip number 5, I will say it gets a little intense in there. I mean, there's resellers in there. There's people getting a lot of stuff. So just go in, get the items you want and get out. I think we were in there like, what, 20 minutes delayed?
Yeah, it was way faster than I thought it was going to be.
Like quicker than we're in any thrift store. So I wouldn't plan on spending all day there. Just get some items you want and head out. Let me know if you're gonna go to the Goodwill bins after watching today's video down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in our next one. Bye.